Hello, good people. Hey,
Hello.
Dr. Celeste. How you doing?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. You look so pretty.
Thank you. You too.
So you're the one that's always gotten, you know, uh, the smoke behind you from all of the things that you have going on. So what was the weekend like? Where were you at?
Well, I'm going to talk about my weekend. I just want to welcome everybody back to Talk
Oh, let's
Tuesday.
welcome them. Welcome them. Talk
Welcome.
Tuesday.
Yes, we're so excited to have you with us. And this is a time for us to be able to share with you our entrepreneurial tips, what
Yeah.
we've been doing as business owners, entrepreneurs. We want to share with you some of our successes, some of the things we didn't quite do so well,
Yeah.
and some of the lessons that we've learned that can hopefully help you through your journey.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So I would. Oh, this weekend was absolutely amazing.
Tell us. Tell us.
I participated in an event called Self Enrichment Saturday,
Okay.
which was a paint party slash immunity awareness
Mm.
event.
Hmm.
So one of the present there was two presenters, myself and Shantina Davis. She's
Yeah.
a physician assistant. And so she wrote a book called The Immunity Blueprint. So she took us through things. It was so many things I learned about just how to take care of your body, about life in general,
Hmm.
about what you should eat, how you should grocery shop. Like one of the key things, she was like, you grocery shop around the perimeter of the grocery store. Everything in the middle is processed, but everything around the perimeter
Wow.
is what you should be eating.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. It was amazing. And the second part was me being able to, perform my expertise, was just the paint party self-care hostess with the mostest.
Yes.
And so we had a great time. We painted a picture of lemons because,
Hmm.
lemons have health properties, but also lemons can represent times in your life where things might be sour. And
Hmm.
so, guess what? You could take lemons and make lemonade. We had such a great time. It was so nice. And then today was a packed day.
Okay.
So I was out this morning. I had to, you know, and when we're going to talk about the middle of the year,
Yeah.
I had to get some paperwork done in order for me to be able to do some work within the next month or so. So I
Yeah.
did that. But then I was following up with a person I met at the self enrichment,
Hmm.
and I went out to her coffee shop. It's called Good Karma Coffee. If you're in St. Augustine, you need to look her up. And her name is Wendy, and she has that. So I went to meet with her. Then I closed the deal today.
Yay.
Woo! So I'll be doing kind of like a little camp with some kids at a vacation Bible school on July the 15th. And
Mhm.
then I had another meetup networking. And then I
Mhm.
booked it home. Yeah,
Yes.
so we can get on here.
For
So
Talk Tuesday.
for
Yes.
Talk
Yes. Yes.
Tuesday. And so tell me about your weekend up
My
to today.
weekend. So my weekend was outside at a track meet, but
Oh,
to know me is to know that I'm always looking like for just leadership and training opportunities. And so we were there from like Thursday until Saturday. I hate being outdoors, but all for celebrating and supporting my son, who is just, blossoming into this star athlete. But one of the things that continues to stand out for me as I sit at these track meets for hours on end is just, all of the coaching lessons that are in it. So, athletic coaching and executive coaching have some points of intersection, but I'm always the one that's videoing for my son because um, what I like to say to him is, I wish you saw the version of you that I see. And so he's just getting so much more stronger, more confident. And, you can see almost as he is, running the track, particularly for any of the events, but particularly like for the 400, being able to see just the different gears he kicks into. And so I posted about that on my LinkedIn page on yesterday. If you get a chance, go there to Dr. Pamela Davis and just check out just the connection I make between that. So I did that Thursday to Saturday. We got back Sunday. And yesterday I was just out and about doing some content creating, just trying to capture some different scenes. And you never have too many photos or clips to be able to add to my social media content. And yeah, so that was how I spent my weekend. And of course, did a little bit of work today in preparation to be clear and prepared to talk Tuesday about mid-year prep, mid-year thoughts.
Absolutely. Because it is June the 30th.
Yes,
Can you all believe it's June the 30th?
hard to believe that we are at the true mid-year mark, 6 months in. Glory to God for bringing us to this point and
Yes.
being able to reflect on these past 6 months and forecast for the 6 months ahead. And so, just in line with what Dr. Celeste had mentioned about us sharing entrepreneurial tips, the successes that we've experienced, as well as some of the things that we're working on to improve. That's what today's session is about. And so, we wrote down just a few things that we want to hit on. Some things will perhaps be intersect for us, but then there will be some unique items that we'll share individually. And so, as we always ask at this point, who's first?
Who do you want to be first? You want me to be first, don't you?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll be first.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So I want you to ask me the questions, though.
So, the question that I want to kick us off with is, what is top of mind for you at this midpoint in the year? What are the look fors as it relates to your business that stand out? So whether it's successes or wins at this mid-year point, what is top of mind for you related to your business?
Okay, so if we're talking about wins, I have a few wins.
Okay.
I have made the decision about 2 to 3 months ago to invest in coaching, where I got to a point where I was like, I can't afford to do it. I can't afford to do it. And then it got to a point where I couldn't afford not to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. That was a win for me because just in those few months, my mission is clear. My message is clear. Let's say that. My mission has always been clear, but my message is clear, and it's being formed into a way that I can actually have a high quality program to offer
Mhm.
my audience.
Mhm.
So that's one win. The other win was actually being interviewed on television for the first time live, and it
Yeah.
wasn't tell me about your business thing. It was a real interview. And I was so happy to experience that. And that's a milestone because any of you who have books, because I have a book, when you get those opportunities to be relevant in current time and then become that expert in the area where, one day you have research, you put in a book, and the next day you're on TV, and now you're
Mhm.
an expert in your field. So those are high points for me. How about you?
Yes, I love those, and I'm loving that you're not shying away from them because as sometimes it's I don't know, the things that are jumping up and down in front of you
Mhm.
that get the attention. And so I love the part about coaching and that investment in yourself. And what you said about I can't afford not to, because just like that comparison I was making about my son and track and even the other athletes there, sometimes just that one conversation or that perspective from a coach, they say something to you that just sparks this clarity and motivation about. So I'm excited about that for you. In terms of wins for me, so one major win was me getting clarity about just my funnels, my major funnels. I've had a website for about 8 years, and for the most part, it had remained as it was originally built, and I even found myself not using it. I was building other landing pages. And so a win for me, particularly in these last 6 months, has been a redirect back to funneling everything through my actual website. You might be saying, well, Pam, why did you move in the first place? Well, I I needed clarity about my funnel for the women who I support and the funnel for the organizations. And so now I have two clean paths such that when people go to my website, you're able to um, see where you fit. And there's even a small space for everyone. So for any of my men who are potential clients or who are looking for courses or content specific to my programming, those two major funnels are clear, and then just the catch all for everyone. The other thing that I think about in terms of this year that is a win for me is just an even um, heightened turn or twist on like just my automation. I may have talked about this in one of the other Talk Tuesdays we've had, but um, I am in a really good place of being able to automate lots of things. So, like right now, in terms of being able to buy something from me, whether it's coaching or a course, or even if you want a proposal, I've automated things so that people can access me. Maybe last year this time, but I think the difference is just the specificity. And, sometimes you click on things and you're not sure what you're getting. So I have it clarified in a way that as you're clicking and viewing at 2:30 in the morning, you can still access my program. So those are the two biggest wins that I would name for this mid-year that I can celebrate for myself.
Bravo. And
Yay.
funnels are not necessarily, I mean, you have to really be focused to create a funnel, and you have to be specific, and you have to like really track, okay, if they click this, this is what I want them to do next. This is what so I'm saying bravo.
Yeah. And I like how you drill down on that because, yes, as business owners and entrepreneurs, it's, I mean, you and we have beta tested each other, like where I send you something, I'm like, okay, look at this, what do you think about it? Does it say what I need it to say? And so that's really important. And I think that's why I was saying just about, the different paths that I created. I'm really thinking about who's my audience, who's clicking, what do they need, and making it just a clear user experience. So
Bravo.
all right, do we want to talk about things that we're not so excited about, or areas we would like to improve in?
Absolutely. So so one of my areas I want to improve in, which can be done through automation, is my follow up, because I meet some amazing people. I meet some um just I get leads, but I don't necessarily with fidelity follow up with all of them as I should. And so we talked once about me having that kind of funnel system where basically I had the video and I just moved my whole website to
Yep.
another provider
Okay.
that had more capabilities. And so my failure is that I haven't followed up with a good percentage of the leads that I've received. The good part about that is now I have a system that can do it. I just have to put those leads into the system and do it. And I'm trying to think if there's any other areas. Oh, so one of my failures, I think, at the beginning of this year was wanting to do too many things or focus on too many things. And what I've learned is, and this is through like intense coaching,
Hmm.
because you couldn't convince me of this before. But what I'm learning is you got to go an inch wide and a mile deep. And some of the places that are deep are the things that I've already wanted to do, but I just have to figure out where they're placed. And then my third thing that I haven't done, but we have to put this on the goal, is I have a paint I want to have a paint kit store, like where all the paint kits are in there. And I started doing it, but then, with this migration, some of the connections failed. So I'm not confident sending it out. And I was mad about that because I had a certain amount of time that I wanted to do it, but I'm the one who moved my stuff. So it's nobody's fault. It's just I haven't done what I needed to do. And so they say a problem solver doesn't look at a creative person looks at a challenge and doesn't see a looks at something and doesn't see a problem, they see a challenge. So those are my challenges.
Yeah. When you think about any one of those, is there something that you would like to be held accountable for?
Absolutely. So, and she's saying this because she's gonna be the one texting me like in 2 days, like, did you such and such, where are you on this? She will do it. She will do it. She will do it. So, one of the things that I need to be accountable for right now is to making sure that all of the payment methods for the new, because when I switched, it's the same system, but I just am with a different agency. So my payment methods have stopped. So if somebody goes to my website today and tries to buy something, Stripe, I has to reconnect it. So I need to be like in the next 48 hours, I need you calling me like,
Got it.
can you get paid? So that's the first step. I think that's my first goal. And if we
Okay.
get that done, I think the other stuff will.
That's good. Um, follow up is another one for me. So it's not that I don't do the follow up. Sometimes I miss an opportunity to have a clickable follow up in place. So, point an example. Um, I did a training and had an active audience and was not anticipating that they would be ready, that they would want to buy anything. And so I was like, girl, what is wrong with you? Like, why it's 101. You're supposed to have, an offer. So it wasn't that they couldn't have gone to my website and bought something, but like having a specific offer for them.
Mhm.
That's what I did not have. And so that type of follow up. So, yeah, I sent them a follow up email, but they were right there in the room with me, and I could have had a QR code or something for them to click on. And so getting that locked and loaded so that I'm not, so that it's not an afterthought. One of the other areas that hit me kind of as an epiphany around like stop creating more things until you use the things that you have. And so kind of like going back to, my website, even my book, I don't know that I've maximized it um, as much as I could have. And so just in these last few months, that has been like a redirect for me to, it's not so much stop creating things, but I've created enough that if I focus on, stay in the pocket. I think you said it earlier, an inch deep, mile wide, inch wide, mile deep. Yes, there it is. So like that's me. That's how I've been operating, a mile wide. So just redirecting and staying in the pocket, because the other thing that I want to be clear is, what I do. And so I've tried to be consistent with staying in the pocket around the lead, communicate, and grow, around the coaching workshops, and just ensuring that, yeah, I'm not spinning the wheel, making a whole bunch of other stuff that adds to confusion and pulls me away from true income producing activity.
And that is so great that you said that because I do a support group for women. So I do creative therapy. I have a whole book, a coloring book that has like positive statements in it.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to this support group and I'm like, every time trying to figure out what to say. And then one day it dawned on me, you have a whole book with topics in it. Just, you know, either based on what they need
Yeah.
at the moment or based on, how God leads you. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you're led by what the people need. And if sometimes in support groups, they don't really like if you have multiple people that change and rotate, they're still learning you. So then I have to come with something. But I was like, I am not creating another thing. We're going to use this book. It's
Yeah.
34 topics in
Yeah.
this book.
Plenty.
And so that was great. And I wanted to circle back to when you talked about your offers,
Hmm.
the first thing you said. I was
Hmm.
wondering, the thought that I had was, how could you take put your offers in categories so
Hmm.
that you wouldn't have to be creating a new offer for every audience that you hit. But like if you have C-suite audience,
Hmm.
this is my default offer.
Hmm.
If I'm with, entrepreneurs who are just getting started, this is my default offer so that you don't have to overwork yourself every time. So you have 5 different events in a month and you creating
Yeah.
5 different, but then making sure. I was at an event last week. It was a teacher's event. And when you're on this side and you're going through learning how speaking and coaching and stuff, you see the patterns. Like I saw how she was able to move through her message, but the only thing that she didn't do was on her offer, she didn't have educators on there. So her offers were C-suite, organizational leader. This was a room full of 800 teachers. And I had to click other, which meant you didn't anticipate
Yeah.
the room that you were going to be in.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I like that you're talking about categories. And so this particular room was definitely, I was offering them something that was in one of my major categories. I think the part that frustrated me is that I had created this whole landing page for them and I didn't have a link on there to
Oh
send
my.
them there. So that was my hang up. So yes, I had an offer, but I just gave you this landing page and it doesn't have an offer on it. So now
Oh.
where am I sending you? And so that was my takeaway of, girl, how dare you create this landing page and the offer is not on there.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, it was just a flop on my part. But I wanna think about the categories that you're referencing, because maybe that could be just like a consistent space of where people are sent. Um, and I mean, it is almost like that on my community page. So like if I had sent them to my community page, they could have done it. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Awesome.
but good call. Thank you for helping me process that.
Mhm.
Yep. Um, so maybe we can talk about what are we. Well, I have two things down here, and I'll let you pick. One
Okay.
of the things I wrote is thinking beyond what we can see. So when I wrote that, I was thinking about, being at this mid-year point, looking back at, what I accomplished, what I didn't accomplish, and then looking forward at what I'm anticipating. Um, and so I don't know if you want to answer that question, or the other option is looking at next quarter, looking at the second half of the year. What is it that you're looking forward to or anticipating? So,
So I think I'll answer the first question.
okay.
So looking back at the, like, from January, February, I kind of wasn't, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I wasn't really sure about.
Hmm.
So right after first quarter, I became clear on what I wanted, clearer on what I wanted. And so, but that still had to shift a little bit. So I was thinking in my mind that I wanted to make this real drastic change in my life.
Hmm.
And that wasn't the answer. The answer was getting support. And so what I've learned from that part of the year to now is that sometimes you don't need a radical change. You just need the right medicine, I guess you would
Yeah.
say. You
Yeah.
know, you just need the right solution. And so the right solution for me was to get in a coaching program,
Yeah.
someone who could really help me move things along. And that one simple conversation calmed me down and was like, no, you're not doing that. You're not doing this drastic change. Take the rest of this year. So when we talk about towards the end of the year, the rest of this year is me um, solidifying my message, my programs, my packages, so that when 2027 hits, God's perfect number, we're going to be in alignment.
Yeah.
We're going to be in alignment and be able to really deliver something that is well thought out, that is quality, and that is not, um, because I'm be quite honest, some of the things I've done in the past have been, oh, this would make money. Oh, this would make money.
Hmm.
you know, I'm beyond the money grab, and I'm walking in purpose.
Yeah.
And even though, we are in business to make money, really my purpose is to change lives.
Yeah.
In order to
Impact.
do that, you have to be consistent. And so
Yeah.
that's where my goal is getting a consistent program that consistently changes lives, and then the money will come.
Yeah. The impact. And I when you were talking about, how your year started off. So my quarter one was strong, and I don't know if it was that I didn't have like, I don't know if I celebrated or that I blinked, but second quarter it was just like, okay, wait, what is going on? And that is what took me through just that transformation of, the change of my website, the thinking strategically about specific spaces, or landing pages that I wanted to be able to show up as, my expert self. And that's where a lot of the shifting occurred. So, like you, I feel like that is teeing me up to have a stronger second half of the year, because just continuing to refine those, the messaging around those, the programming, get the feedback from clients, so that I can continue to strengthen those. And as I continue to say, I am not um, reinventing all of these other things. These become, my additional signature programs. So my book, the Clarity Lab, being able to, my other goal is having like 2 in-person events per year. And so, just trying to keep in sync with consistency, looking at the analytics, seeing what is truly working, what quantifies as working for me. Like, what do I need
Mhm.
to see, feel, or experience to say that something is working? And even abandoning, like, knowing when to pull the plug on something. And so I had a call inside my women's community. I didn't talk about this earlier, but this was an element that I am celebrating. That I have
Mhm.
this exclusive online subscription for women. But I was on that call for earlier this month, and I was feeling really heavy. Didn't really want to do it, but knew that I needed to do it. And I popped on, and it was so refreshing for me. It was one person on the call, and the nice thing is that was what God intended for it to be. Just
Mhm.
that one person on the call, because we were on the call for an hour, literally talking about pouring into each other. And so I'm mentioning this because this is like a echo of what you were saying earlier about one conversation away. Like, when people are pouring into you, sometimes, yes, it's a coach, but other times it's someone that either has experienced something similar to you, or that is going through something, and they're able to share a word that lifts you. So here I was supposed to be going on the call coaching somebody, but the exchange was just really was really good in
Mhm.
terms of pouring into me what I needed in that moment. And so, um, just continuing second half of identifying the things that are going good, and even like the online community, in terms of like, um, sometimes just because you don't have 50 people on the call is not necessarily grounds for abandoning something.
Right.
So just determining what your internal metric is for what success looks like.
That's how I do for events that I go to, like pop-ups.
Yeah.
Like people are like, "Why are you out? It's 90 degrees outside. Why are you out there?"
Yeah.
Because I know that whatever room I go into, since my life is on purpose, there's a
Yeah.
purpose for me to be in that room. And my mindset is I'm going to extract the opportunities that are in this room. And it
Yeah.
might just be one opportunity.
Yeah.
I went to one event and a person came to that event, and that was enough for me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about the money at the point, it was about the opportunity.
Yeah.
And so that opened up an opportunity for me to do something else. And so I think it's important to understand that, like you said, what is success? If you only view success with
Mm-hmm.
money right at that moment,
Mm-hmm.
mm, you got to have a broader. I mean, I do believe as a business person, you need to have points. Like
Yes.
I know how much I want to make per month. So I have to go back and define how that is going to happen.
Yeah.
And if I'm willing, and this is another thing too, is, we say what we want, but are we willing to put in the effort? And like you say, are we willing to adapt new ways or even abandon certain things in order to,
Make it
and
happen.
really examining what is success? So how do you determine what is successful? Like, let's say a program that you have, how do you determine whether it's successful?
So, first, I think is its relevance. Um, I mean, I am overly strategic,
Hmm.
and so I generally, and I am so not boasting, but generally, if I am taking the time to create it, I've thought about it, I've prayed about it, and so in terms of like the nuts and bolts of it, it's high quality. All right, and what I have learned is that just because clicked or purchased or invited even does not lessen its value or lessen my worth. And
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes it's my strategy of, the timing or getting in front of the right people. And so in those instances, especially at this point in my life, I continue to be prayerful about opportunities for that. And sometimes those things get hidden, meaning I take it off, and there's an opportunity that pops up that I'm able to go back to it. So success for me is the vision for this business, Growth Matters, which I have no doubt in my mind that it was a godsend. I'm continued to be reminded of its purpose and the fact that it is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But success is the completion of it. Success is the quality of it. Um, yeah, if I'm able to, especially like with proposals, success, what that looks like
What was
is,
next?
actually pulling it off. Of course, the point to where, you submit the proposal and you get approval, to go ahead. Yes. Success is also like just painting the vision for the client. I get really excited about hearing them. I go in and I'm saying, hey, talk to me about what you'd like to see, or for them, what would success look like at the end for you, and then being able to paint the vision for what I'm able to produce. And so that's just kind of high level. No, it's not quantity so much in terms of metrics, because there are some free sessions that I've conducted that have been successful, um, and have, turned into other income producing opportunities. But
Mhm.
of course, yes, when that invoice comes in and those zeros and that commas and that, yes, that is success as well, especially when, I know that I have produced a high quality training. So
Awesome.
you want to add anything?
I liked what you said.
Yeah.
And for me, which I already said is, and you said it too, it aligns with what it is that your mission is and your pillars are.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Um, I see somebody in the comment that
Yeah.
says, "Listen, that's good."
Mhm.
Yeah, Celeste takes you there. She pulls the questions out of you, or either she speaks the word that has you, just really reflective about the value you bring and purpose and um, impact. So, are you ready to talk about our upcoming events?
Yes,
Now
yes,
a good time.
yes. Yes. So you're gonna go first, right?
Okay, I'll go first. Yes. So I took a Celeste moment and tried to get all of my stuff on. Sometimes it's taking the time to dig deeper roots beneath the surface. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And when we rush and miss that opportunity, um, you know, we miss out on potentially, foundational elements that are needed. And so, yes,
Yeah,
digging
and
deeper.
yeah, you dig deeper, like she said, dig deeper roots. So then, when the wind comes, that stuff that you built in overnight, the wind come and blow
Yes,
all that stuff off. But when
yes,
you
yes.
have deeper roots, you know,
Strong foundation.
yeah, strong foundation, and you'll be able to stand in the
Yeah.
air. And sometimes it does get intimidating when you see other people that seem like they're just like boom, 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 boom. And you get distracted and think, oh, I need to. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Hey, knock on the, no, you don't.
No.
You don't. Keep working the vision that you have.
Yeah.
That you might be able to glean. And one of the things, at school, she's at school, been in school too. Like we always have a parking lot in the classroom
Okay.
where things that we're not going to talk about right now, they're good
Yes.
ideas, but they
Yes.
go in the parking lot. Like we don't have to, allow those things to distract us.
Yeah. Yeah. My pastor said one Sunday, and I don't remember the scripture that this was associated with, but it helps me. Don't compare, don't compete, don't complain. And
Hmm.
so as soon as, that ugly comparison head or competing head or complaining head raises up, don't compare, don't compete, don't complain. And hey, it definitely relieves me of, stress, question, or not doing it, not doing
Right.
it, not doing it, because I am gifted and talented, unlike any other being.
That's
And
right.
yes, the Lord, bless. Yes, He blessed me with gifts and talents, and so I'm going to use those gifts and talents to the best of my ability.
All righty.
All
I'm going to
right.
pull up your
You can put up my
event.
slide. So I have a few things going on this month. So um, the first is a virtual summit that I'm so happy to be partnering with Dr. Celeste on. It's time to heal, sis. So at noon on July 14th, I will be bringing a message. Looking forward to as many of you that can join each of the weeks that Dr. Celeste is holding. She'll share the flyer and talk about all of the other dates. But my day is July 14th at noon. I am hosting an in person event, the Growth and Wellness Social, on July 18th, Saturday, July 18th from 10 to 2. It's a brunch, a women's networking event designed to foster growth, connection, and relaxation. Dr. Celeste will be with me at that event as well, doing some art therapy. And so I'm encouraging you today actually is the last day for early bird tickets. So please grab those prices. Um, go up a little bit tomorrow, but I'd love to see you there to fellowship with us and just relax and reset. And then coming off of that, I'll have my final clarity lab of the summer, I'll say. But this is a 3-night intensive coaching. If you go to the link, you'll be able to read a little bit more about just the perks and benefits of that. But this is for my audience of women to help you reset, gain clarity as we go into the second half of the year. And it's a valuable experience on gaining clarity, building confidence, and then developing an action plan. And so have a few other coaching and training projects that are um, in the community, but they're private private events. But just the same, if you hear of, know of, or need coaching or training around leadership, communication, or personal growth, I encourage you to reach out to me.
Okay. And what's that face? Let me pull your thing up. Let's see. Let's see if
Yeah,
this.
you can go to Growth Matters X The website growthmattersx.com, or you can follow me at Growth Matters X on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, I'm screwing up here. Hold on.
It's okay.
Let's go back here. There we go. Let me get us back to where we need to be. That's why you don't all deviate from the plan,
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So that's what's happening with me. You go ahead, talk to us about
Okay,
your upcoming events.
so I'm only gonna do two because
I
I
know.
can. Uh-oh. What in the world was that?
Some celebration. I don't know. Woo!
All right, so let me do this one first. So this is my conference. I'm sorry I haven't figured out how to do this right. So this is the conference. It's time to heal, sis. This is a virtual empowerment summit. Our theme this year is set time, new season. And
Yes.
we're talking about this whole time going from waiting to walking in favor. And so I have been blessed to put together an amazing array of women who are going to really pour into your life. So on the 7th at noon, Leah Bush will be talking about your finances. She'll have to tell you her credentials, but she has one of the highest rankings in investments, and she's unassuming, like she's a normal,
Yeah.
she's amazing, but she doesn't come
Wow.
off as, uppity or anything. But she has this high ranking um, securities credentials that she
Nice.
can do things financially for you that others can't.
Wow. That's great.
So
We used
she's
to
going to
work
be at
together at
noon.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will be speaking at 7 o'clock on the 7th. That's next
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hmm.
Last year I didn't speak at my conference, and my mentor was like, "What in the world is wrong with you?" So I'll do. And then I have, of course, you on the 14th.
Hmm.
Bethany Sanders Schaefer. Let me tell you, this lady, oh my goodness, you are going to so enjoy her. And then Dr. Randy B. Nelson, we went to high school together. She was like worked for on Wall Street
Hmm.
until she was like 30, and then got the revelation that she wanted to be a medical doctor
Wow.
and shifted her life. And she just opened this medical facility in Far Rockaway, New York. Like, she didn't open a doctor's office, she opened a medical facility.
Wow.
And so we're going to be talking to her about life transitions.
Hmm.
Like, what she built was so much bigger than what she could have built sitting doing stockbrokering.
Yeah.
And then oh my goodness, Evangelist Karen James, she's going to be amazing. She's one of the people, when I first knew that I was she's confirmed that I was called to the ministry, not by anything that she said,
Yeah.
but when you're in the company of someone who is doing what you're supposed to do, something in you is shaken.
Yeah.
And so she's going to be amazing. So register is on Eventbrite. It's free to join. And if you are an author, coach, consultant, you have a prayer group, anything you do to help women under that Eventbrite link, you can join my Grow and Heal Sis directory. We'll talk about that next time. I'll talk about what that looks like.
Okay.
And my second thing I want to share with you
Hmm.
is, let's see, is this it? That is it. So if you are in the Tallahassee area on July 11th, I will be in Tallahassee at a Divine Disruption. Shake the place. This is a prayer breakfast that will be at the Aloft Hotel. I think it's downtown Tallahassee. I will be there. I'll be a vendor. And so you can come and grab up all my supplies and stuff. And I have a feeling something else is going to happen at that event, but I'm not going to speak it because the person's probably watching and be like, "Oh, that's a good idea." No, it's not. But but what I'm saying is there is opportunity to come meet me, and I want y'all to come.
Yes, my Tallahassee people.
Yeah.
Please show up and support
This is
Dr.
on
Celeste.
Eventbrite. This is on Eventbrite. And these ladies know Apostle Catavia. I know Apostle Catavia. I don't know Prophetess Wilkes. I just met her online, but
Okay.
I know if Apostle Catavia is doing something, it's going to be
Yeah.
top notch.
Yeah, I don't
100.
recognize the names, but the Adolph Hotel is a nice spot downtown, and I
Mhm.
encourage if you are in the Tallahassee area, all my Tallahassee peeps, please stop in to check Dr. Celeste out, or comment below if you're already planning to be there, so that you all can connect when she gets there.
Yeah, and there's one more thing I wanted to say about
Okay.
this. It's you
Hmm.
see at the bottom, there's a virtual paint party that's going to be July the 24th at 8 o'clock p.m. So when you register, there'll be an option for you to join that. There is a VIP registration that covers all of this, but of course, the conference itself is free.
Okay.
So I just want to say we're having that virtual paint party.
Nice, 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 nice. Well, that is awesome. You're always in the community, serving in some capacity, and so exciting to see the virtual event coming up. But also, you're taking it west to the capital city, so
Yes,
exciting.
absolutely.
All right. Well, look, we're in perfect timing.
Yes.
Any closing thoughts? Any closing comments?
Only closing comments I had for those of us who are getting ready for, hold on, let me put our little names back up here. Those of us who are getting ready to embark on this next 6 months, I just want you to be comfortable acknowledging where you are, and there's no shame in where we are. It is
Mhm.
what it is. And then take the courage to reimagine what could be over these next 6 months and even over the next year. Like, don't allow your circumstances right now to determine what your imagination of
Yeah.
where you're going to be. And then go ahead and trust the process. Like, there's power in going through a process. Nothing matures until it goes through a process. So that's all I would say is no matter where you are, just acknowledge where you are, reimagine what could be, and then trust the process and don't jump off the potter's wheel. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
might have to shift some things, but don't abandon everything because one little thing is not right.
Yes. 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 Um, my comment is very similar to that. The first part I was thinking about as a takeaway from our evening is just about community and being able to surround yourself with people that you connect with and can vent to or be encouraged in those lull moments. And just because you're in a lull, it doesn't mean, like Dr. Celeste said, that it requires you abandoning the item or the um, job or the um, business. And so be encouraged, and allow your community to support you. So that means, we can't be harboring it to ourselves. We've got to have that trusted partner to share with, so that while you're going through it, you can be encouraged. So looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, and she's not just saying that. Like, we actually live that.
Yeah,
Actually live that. So
for sure.
that was great. I'm looking forward to this next part of the year too. And I hope you're looking forward. If you are on now or looking at the replay, just let us know you're looking forward to what is to come.
Yes. Second
And
half.
yeah, second half, we're at halftime.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think we are ready to go tonight. We have
Yes.
done it. We're getting better. It's
Yeah.
55 minutes and we
Yes.
are ready to go. So thank you all for joining us tonight for Talk Tuesday.
Talk
We'll be back
Tuesdays.
in 2 weeks.
So we'll have to figure out what date,
Okay,
because
let's
we had
see.
You have an event on the 14th.
Yes, I do have an event on the
So
14th.
we'll figure it out. We'll let you
Yeah.
know when we're coming back.
Okay. All
But
right.
it might be 2 weeks, just maybe not Tuesday at least.
All righty.
You know.
Well, God bless you all. We thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye
Bye.
bye.